That is where we begin. That is where we begin. It is the Tempest major update version 0.8.00000. However you want to do it. Welcome back. We've got an update for you. With all of the recent paranormal interference, the weather around certain locations has become more hazardous and intense. I think there was something with fog, for example. That's everything I know, but that looked very creepy. Ghosts have been haunting locations longer and longer each night, with some disappearing just before the sun comes up. Will you brave these new conditions? Probably. Probably. I kinda have to. With this update comes a host of small features, improvements, and options. Additionally, there will also be another larger update in the near future, 8.1, to add more features and surprises. If you are currently forcing DirectX 10, please disable it, as that will possibly cause issues and crashes. So you know, chat, if you do that, don't do it. The event ain't it, man. The ghost on intermediate is super wag. I think it can eat it from distance. Okay. Holiday 2020. From now until early January, you can take part in the Phasmophobia 2022 holiday event. Earn yourself a unique holiday trophy and collection. We know that. Reward changes. Custom difficulty. Now it comes, chat. A lot of people told me that this is not very nice, what I will read now. So let's see if it's true. With the addition of custom difficulty, we've seen so many exciting, unique, and challenging games being created, but we'd like to redirect what the purpose of custom games is, and there are several reasons why. We'd like the custom difficulty to be primarily used for fun and interesting games. I already don't like where this is going, because when the custom difficulty came up, I was like, that is very nice, so we can finally farm more money and more experience, because it is harder, so it's fair. But also, I get the developer here. I know why they are doing this, because there were so many people who were creating multipliers where they could earn tons of money with zero effort. In my opinion, those are like it's like cheating. It's like cheating. You just make your freaking highest possible multiplier and just go and find the bone, and that's everything, and you get like money as if you would do all objectives and find out what ghost it is. Yeah, that's not fair. So I understand why they change it, but I also don't like it. Yeah, because I was always playing fair. With a custom. Wait, where are we? Primarily used for interesting games with unique twists similar to other games with a custom games mode without the worry of how much you are getting out of it. It's very difficult to balance each option's rewards to have a corresponding and fair reward multiplier. Because of this, it's incredibly quick to create games that are potentially much easier or faster than their default difficulty counterparts, but give the same or even more rewards, which makes the default mode redundant. That is basically what I said, yes. With our analytics and player data, we can see that the large majority of players still play intermediate and professional. I see that too. When I see other streamers, they tend to do that. I don't understand why. I mean, they could at least raise a little bit to make it more interesting, but I saw that too, yeah. I don't need analytics for that. Lurk Galaxy, thank you for the lurk. I really appreciate that. Hey, Elmancer, welcome on in. Enjoy your lurk. Yes. Yes. Having a set reward per custom option makes them very fragile and limits what we can change for the default difficulties, or any future difficulties we'd like to add to the game. Lastly, with the large upcoming changes with Progression 2.0, we'd like experience and money to be gained fairly for every player and try to avoid any cheesy reward tactics if we can. Good? And good? I'm still hoping there is still a fair amount of money and experience. In my opinion, the money you got from normal, professional, and nightmare was just not enough. They lowered the money because when you played before the last biggest patch, you got more money out of all missions. Yeah, it was standard more, and you had like a perfect run where you immediately knew what is a perfect run. You knew it, but now everyone is like, yeah, what is a perfect run for me? For me personally, for me the Takerst perfect run is including all 4 crucifixes. Yeah, all 4 crucifix pictures, and if I even get dirty water, it's just bonus, but what is a perfect run? Yeah, that's the question. So if you don't go for all the crucifixes and maybe a dirty water, you have not much money at the end, not enough on professional or nightmares. So I obviously play multipliers to make it more spicy and to get more money and experience. So I just hope they will find like a good way to give people who play on normal difficulties more money. Yeah, that would also change a lot. If I don't have to play the multipliers because I get enough money from professionals and nightmare, then everything would be good, I guess. I guess gonna flip the shit when he gets to the end of this part. Shit, I should set a marker where I stopped reading. Yeah. Because of these reasons, we are making the following changes to custom rewards. Custom difficulty will now have an 80% reduction applied to the reward multiplier. What the fuck is this? No. No! What the fuck is this? Are you serious? I mean, someone already told me that yesterday, but I was like, there gotta be something they have read wrong or so, but what the fuck? Is that like, isn't that like I would be dead? Like you did your mission and then, yeah, but sorry, you played multiplayer, minus 80% of everything. Foo! Oh no. Just the, oops. Hello, Zoro. We know this is a huge change, but this should separate custom games into a challenge and fun mode and keep the default difficulties as the main route for character progression. Yeah, I don't know what I should think about that. No, that is so bad. That is so bad. For me as a streamer, it is bad. Because I want to challenge myself, because for me as a streamer, I am a challenge streamer. I like to challenge myself, but if they also do the level and money reset, I can't challenge myself when I don't have the money. I need the equipment for all runs to have a smooth experience for me, for myself, and for the viewer. That will be bad. In the second part of this major update, coming soon, we'll be adding something special for those wanting a regular harder challenge than Nightmare, something super special. Yeah. And then it's probably something that is just so hard that it's not worth the effort. But we're looking forward. I'm not complaining just for fun, yeah. So I give them a chance. I give everything a chance. Maybe this update is super cool so far. We don't know it. In this we had that. Current and future challenges like the Apocalypse Challenge will still be accessible in custom and still grant trophies for your collection. Investigation bonuses. To compensate for the above changes, we are adding some additional rewards for playing well in the default difficulties, which will reward players who have the sharpest eye for ghost identification. We'll also be changing the rewards for secondary objectives. Okay. To encourage players to complete the primary objective each game instead of ignoring it. Added payments page. So that sounds like you get more money out of all the objectives? And maybe more experience, and that would be good. That would be good. That is like a change I was thinking and talking about in this stream. That would be good when they just give you more money out of the objectives and stuff. Investigation bonus. If you can identify the ghost correctly and escape alive, you will double the money and experience you earn for the primary and secondary objectives you complete during... That is nice. That is a good system to motivate player to do all objectives, because I am always sitting in your streams and be like, why are you not doing all the objectives? God damn it, I can't watch this. I can't watch this. Do all the objectives, man. Do it. Do it, Spanx. Sorry. Perfect investigation bonus. If you manage to complete the above, but additionally collect the bone and fill your journal with 3 star photos, you will gain an additional sum of money and experience on top of the investigation bonus. The same. That is super. That is super. I do you fug. That is super nice that they finally reward people for caring about the perfect run. That was always missing. I was always hunting for the perfect run. For me, it is just a huge bonus now. For the people who were ignoring the perfect run, they have finally a reason to put more effort into the game. And I think that makes the game more interesting. Secondary objectives have had their rewards reduced to make way for the investigation bonuses. So they still reduced the first one. Okay, we will see, investigation bonuses are affected by the difficulty multiplier. Wait. When the investigation bonus is a thing that is completely new to the game, or you can basically say the investigation bonus as the general thing. Like the whole thing, that is a bonus, yeah? That is a bonus that was never there. It's now just plus money. If that is also affected by the multiplier, means it also gets the minus 80% reward bonus, but you also get the plus, the remaining plus 20%, right? On top of this. So maybe you can still create some custom difficulties where you actually be rewarded very well in combination with that, if you do your perfect run. And I like the thought. That you get rewarded for a perfect run, but you fail basically with not a perfect run. I like the thought. That is nice, but I think there's a better way to handle the custom difficulty options. There's always a better way. Yeah, there's always a better way. I'm still hyped to give it all a chance and to see it like in just a few minutes when we play Phasmophobia here together. And we will see. So, ghost types. It is getting even more interesting. With every update, we like to look into which ghosts need some love. I can tell you what ghosts need some love. We found that some ghosts needed some buffs and some needed changes to help with low evidence. Yes! Yes! I'm only playing on 1 evidence run or even 0 evidence. And at the end, there's always this fucking unreal Obake Goryo spirit. All this shit. They have their abilities. But I'm not willing to stare at a freaking candle and a crucifix to see if it's an Onryo. And I'm also not willing on staring at the dots to think, yeah, maybe it is a Goryo because it did not show itself when I was there, but it showed itself when I was in the van. It can just still be random. Yeah, you don't know if it's a Goryo only because you were inside and it was not there. And there's supposed to be a bigger update coming soon, they said, so maybe they will change trigger. Yeah, there will be the very big update in the first quarter of the next year, the very big one. It is like the spooky one, right? The spooky, scary one. Spooky, scary, scared. So, August. Hunting ghost models, model flickers are now synced across all players, which should also help hunt photo rely. Oh. Okay, so hunt photos... Oops, shit, I joined into the game. So hunt photos are getting Maybe better. We will see if that works. We will see if that works. I have an eye on you. When hunting, ghosts now affect lights at the same range as equipment, if on the same floor. Okay, that is important. If on the same floor. Keep that in mind, chat. If on the same floor. Raichu 15 meters and all other ghosts 10 meters. All other ghosts. And then the ghosts now affect lights at the same range of equipment. Affect lights. Does that mean the light flickering in a room, or does that mean they react to your flashlight? Because I'm not sure about this. And also it says all other ghosts 10 meters, including the yokai. Because the yokai was the one that were not really seeing your equipment in your hand, right? Only when it's very close. Rays have been adjusted to match their journal description better. Rays will never step in a salt pile. Yes and no. So chat, this is the one I was warning you for. That is you cannot take the risk photo anymore. You know there was this salt pile, yeah, mayonnaise. It is mayonnaise, not salt. But you know there's this mayonnaise pile on the ground, and if the ghost steps into it, you can take a risk photo. And if you see it, oh, it counted 3 stars. It is not a race, and if it did not count, it was not a race. Now they just don't step into salt anymore, mayonnaise. And that is also good, I guess. It is also good. It is just not confusing, and there's no need for a risk anymore. Means if you have a step in mayonnaise, you can always take a photo without having a fear of loss. And if you know this is the ghost room and the ghost is literally not stepping into the mayonnaise, yeah, then this is not a race. Updated journal weakness. Okay. Obaki have finally remembered how to shapeshift. Or during a hunt, Obaki have a 6.66% chance each time it flickers to shapeshift into a different ghost's form. They will then return back to the original form. So people were thinking that the Obaki can now shapeshift into player models. You can read it here. It's not true. The ghost changes its model. So maybe it is the Wednesday dude, and then it is Lisa, and then it is Granny's house. And yeah, you see that during a hunt. So you have to keep an eye on the ghost during a hunt. Yeah, you can, for example, smudge the ghost and watch the ghost a little bit. Or you just do what I do. You loop the ghost around the kitchen aisle 500 times, and then you see if it shapeshifts. You know, immediately it's an Obaki. That is very nice. So you don't have to wait for fingerprints anymore, yeah? 6-finger fingerprints. This is guaranteed to happen at least once per hunt. So keep your eyes peeled. So you even get it for 100% at least once a hunt. Revenant. Oh, I heard the Revenant is more dangerous now. Let's see. The legendary Revenant has been left behind in the ranks of the new threatening ghosts. So, we are finally returning some former glory to the Speed Beast and adjusting how this ghost hunts, hopefully placing them back on the podium. Roxy, welcome on in. Sorry, I'm not reading so much chat right now, because this will land on YouTube and, you know. Instead of slowing down instantly after losing line of sight, Revenant will keep their increased speed until reaching your last known position. Chat, you know what that means? That means if you just break line of sight, it is not just super slow again, it will still zoom to your location where it saw you last. So it will definitely be way harder to loop this ghost and to get away from this ghost. So the Revenant is more dangerous again. Their speed will now decrease gradually over 2.7 seconds. 0.7, I don't need that, instead of instantly. So they basically over time, over 2.7 seconds instead of instantly. What's also a sign to see if it's a Revenant, yeah? If the ghost is very fast at the beginning of the hunt because it saw you, and then you manage to get away, then listen to the sound. If it gets slower, then it is a Revenant, yeah? Goryo. As Goryo have a history of disobeying their roaming changes, we finally put an end to the over-exploring ghost. Goryo can no longer change favorite room or roam long distances. Yes! So, finally, that is what people were thinking anyways. I was trying to teach you, like, over the time, multiple times, a Goryo can leave the room and change the room. The chance is just lower. But now it cannot change the room anymore. And it cannot travel long distances. Means the roaming is always close to this room. Yeah, take for example the kitchen in Tanglewood. Yeah, the ghost will probably still be in the dining room, at the beginning of the living room, in the laundry room, but it will never go into the boys' room. I mean, into the master bedroom, into the bathroom, and that stuff. So yeah, that is better. That is better. That is something you need for the Goryo. Yeah? That makes it definitely easier again. Hantu's secret abilities visuals have been adjusted. Secret abilities visuals. Hantu Cold Breath will now play in any room during hunts if the breaker is off. That means... Oh my god, isn't that too easy? That means if the breaker is off and the Hantu hunts you... Lol. You have freezing breath everywhere in the house. Wait, does that mean it's everywhere cold and the Hantu is fast as fog, boys? Oh shit. Hantu Cold Breath visuals have been improved. I think I saw that once. I was not like I was not looking for spoilers, but I think I saw somewhere like a freezing breath of the new Hantu. It looks way more like freezing breath, not just bleh, like a bulb. Yurei can no longer use the ability when there is no door in its current room. I'm not sure how that looked like when they used it and there was no room, to be honest. I mean, how do you know it used it? Okay, next step. Let me see what you're saying. I think people still wanted to shift to players if in multiplayer. I mean, that would be so... Yes, I also want that. That would be so creepy. I mean, look, for example, Forewarned. That is super creepy at the beginning. But in the end, in Forewarned, you still know it is definitely not a player. It behaves like an AI. But in Phasmophobia, it would be good to do that because you don't need to think it is a player. It is just for fun. It is literally just for fun. Imagine the ghost is hunting you with the model of one of the players. That would just be funny. A blinking player model coming to you. Oh my god, I gotta fucking kill you. It's Limba. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Sorry if I miss anyone while I'm doing this here. And Estrina, welcome on in. Nice to see you. So, new! The Unity rendering pipeline has been updated to URP, spreading some of the load to GPU usage, increasing CPU performance, and allowing us to access new features. Chat, you got it? Fog has returned. That was what I was talking about at the very beginning with the weather. Fog will now only be where it makes sense and has received a visual overhaul. Locations will start at the same temperature as clear weather, 850 degrees. Sunrise weather has been added. Locations will start at temperature between 10 to 18. Weather effects have been completely recreated from the ground up. Rain and snow have received large performance increases and improved visuals. Interesting. New graphics options have been added. Skylight for enabling the sun or moonlight in each location. Okay. Screen space ambient occlusion. Fog quality. Is that AI? AI upscaling for better performance. Only compatible with blah 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 blah. Anti-aliasing options you can now choose between. Okay, yeah. Can only choose. Yes, makes sense. It is what all games have. Yeah. Chat, if you have lag, change these options. You can now place a crucifix. What? What? You can now place crucifixes. What? When placing the crucifix, you can now see the range of its effect on the environment? Oh my god. A little bit late, but we will love it. We will love it. I mean, at this point, I already have all these meters in my head. I know how the crucifix work. I can kind of explain it, how the range is. But with a visual effect, hello, very good. Very good. I like that. All post-processing effects have been adjusted and improved, okay? Added a text option for voice. So this is chat, this is for less lags and stuff, yeah? If I hope with that all the bugs are fixed in, like, for example, the campsite maps, yeah? I don't want this freaking lag anymore. I would like to play campsite, but with lag I can't stream it. Added a text option for voice recognition. This will show UI for selecting what question to ask on the spirit box and Ouija board. Text option for voice recognition. This will show UI for selecting what question. So you can see what questions you can ask. Like you have like the text on the screen. That's how I see that now. Well, I will see that. If you swap to a new PC or reinstall Windows, or your save will now revert to your personal cloud backup. Oh, that is so good. So chat, if you get a new PC or something, yeah, don't worry about that shit anymore. Your stuff is in the cloud, that is on Steam. If your cloud is not activated, right click on the game in your library and activate it in the properties. Yeah, some games have that, some games don't. Changes. The smudge sticks burn effect has been improved. So it looks better now, because before it was literally just a disappearing. If you ever paid attention to that, I did. It was literally just a disappearing. I hope it looks very cool now. The haunted mirrors effects and visibility have been improved. Okay. I don't know how that will look like. Improved glow stick model and effects. Okay. I can't say anything to that, it's just okay. Will probably be cool. Transparent objects and effects will now receive shadows from lights. Oh, they're working with more shadows. Dangerous. I hope there's no lag. Resetting your save file will now wipe your cloud backup. Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to reset, it's reset it. Improved performance on campsite map. We will see that. We will see that. I believe when I see it. Fingerprints have been moved on willow doors to be more... Yes! The fucking willow doors. I told you. I told you they are cursed. I told you I will never do a freaking picture of that shit anymore. Now I will do it again. Yeah, they fixed it. We will see if that is true. Cookie, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Shit, where was I? There. Radios are now interactable with the breaker off. Yeah, I mean, if they have battery, why not? All players must now be further than 5 meters from the Ouija board before it breaks. Probably because it was... wait, what? All players must now be further than 5 meters from the Ouija board before it breaks, instead of just the person. Oh! So if you activate the Ouija board and you run away, and you don't say goodbye, but someone else is still there, it will not break, because there's still a player around it. Yeah? Okay, that's good, I guess. That is good, because you had some people who were still new to the game. They were using the Ouija board, did not say goodbye, yeah, but if you are an experienced player and you are standing with the person there, it's just okay when the other person runs away and nothing happens. Yeah, you can... the person doesn't have to feel bad then. Yeah, you can just tell, yeah, next time if you use it, please say goodbye at the end, yeah, instead of running away. But everything is fine. Instead of, you killed us! You killed us all! Noob! Sanity pills no longer disappear when using them. Instead, they now drop on the floor and are no longer usable. I hope the used box looks empty then, because otherwise it would be very confusing when they lie everywhere and you try to take them again. Improved all candle wax effects when lit, okay? Improved 2 hiding spots in Sunny Meadows, one by the restricted area door and in the one restricted wing. I have no clue. I have not played this map enough to actually understand what they're talking about. Small tent close is now transculent. Small tent close is not transculent? I don't know what that means. Fixes. The average sanity objective will now complete at the same time for all players. No. The bone will no longer spawn inside other objects. I don't believe you. It will still be bugged. It's always bugged. It was never good. Tripods no longer count as electronic equipment after removing a camcorder. Yeah, we tested that like a few days ago with Doge, and it was like this. It was definitely bugged. We will see if it is fixed now. Willow windows are now the correct way around. I didn't know that was wrong. The weekly challenge timer will now reset at the same time as the challenges themselves. The complete daily challenges weekly challenge will now only trigger when a daily challenge completes instead of when it progresses. You can no longer scroll to another item while placing something. Okay, I never tried that. The ghost room will now show on the board in the truck in training. The Diogen Spirit Box reply will now work if you are not crouched. I did not know that is a bug. The morgue door VR grab point is now in the correct position. I also don't know anything about that. Hitting the crouch button, then physically crouching in VR no longer pushes you enough into the floor that the ghost cannot kill you. The typical VR bugs, yes. Computer monitors in prison no longer turn on when the power is off. That is just logic. The ghost repelled stat will now count if you are not the host. I'm pretty sure that worked already yesterday. Yeah, yesterday when we played with people in follower runs, it already worked. I was not the one who repelled the ghost, and I was the host, but who knows? Where is that? Shit, where was that? Oh my god. Oh, there. In Sunny Meadows, the female hallway light switch will no longer toggle the utility room's light. I was never seeing that. Journal on-off buttons are much clearer to understand, okay. The EULA accept button will no longer be clickable until you scroll to the bottom. The object's moved stat will now correctly count poltergeist throws. That for the photos, yeah, probably. It threw this at me or something. Room... Oh, probably that the photo counts. Yeah, we had some problems where the ghost threw stuff and the photo didn't count right after that. Room reflections will now be accurate after turning a light on and off quickly. Oh, there was this funny bug. If you turned a light on and off too quickly, you had like a weird state of twilight in this room. Yeah, the light was bugging out. Russian and Ukrainian fonts will no longer have gray boxes around most characters. VR death room spawn position is now correct. If you experienced any issues, feedback on the Phasmophobia Discord. Chat, you should be there anyways. That was everything, chat. That was everything. Yeah, there's a lot to test. Let us, before we leave this, quickly check the ghosts again. We have Vrace, Obake, Revenant, Goryo, Hantu. Let me try if I remember the changes without activating the boxes. So we have this light effect thing, right to 15 meter, all other ghosts 10 meter. Yes. It's like a test now for me. The Vrace will not longer give footsteps in salt. I mean mayonnaise, yes. The Obake, the Obake is the shapeshifter, so you have a 100% in a hunt that it shapeshifts to some other ghost but then back, and you have a 6.66% chance that it shapeshifts with each blink, right? That is both 666 and 100%. Okay, I'm good so far. Huh? Will I get my A plus? The Revenant is now fast. When it saw you until it reaches the point where it lost line of sight to you, and it will not slow down immediately. It will slow down over 2.7 seconds. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, and 2.7 seconds. I'm so good, I will get an A+. Yeah, I read everything, I know it already. That means I am capable of teaching you. The Goryo change, it can no longer change the ghost room, and it cannot roam longer distances. Yes, let's freaking go. Hantu, secrets ability visuals. Yes, the Hantu is has now the funny ability that when the power is turned off, you have freezing temperature everywhere with a visual effect. And the visual effect of the Hantu freezing breath is improved, so it looks different now, and you have it everywhere when the power is off. I have 5-head big brain mode. I have everything correct. I am capable of teaching you, chat. It was live. No hacks, no cheats. Oh my god, let's freaking go. So, yes. So YouTube, I will definitely upload that to you too. I hope you liked it. And if you want to see us live here, that is Twitch channel Takerst. Yeah, I have the same name everywhere. And we're doing all the ghost science and new patch science, educational style Phasmo challenges, speedruns, everything you might like. And if you liked this video and it was helpful, yeah, please leave a comment, a like, or press the sub button. I'm uploading every freaking day. Just for you because I love you.